Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Trasher Football, and today I am going to be predicting the 10 biggest team overall jumps in College Football 26. I will be basing this off of the College Football 25's base team overalls when the game came out, and for when College Football 26 first drops. These are in no specific order, but without further ado, let's get into it. At number 10, we have Illinois. Coming in at an 83 overall in College Football 25, the Illini were predicted to have a disappointing 2024, with the average record prediction going about 5-7 or 6-6. But Illinois surprised the Big Ten by going 10-3 and picking up some quality wins against Kansas, Nebraska, and Michigan, with a huge Citrus Bowl victory against South Carolina. With Illinois expected to have another good season under Bielema, I predict Illinois will jump up to an 86 overall. Coming in at number 9, we have the Duke Blue Devils. The Blue Devils entered College Football 25 at a 79 overall. Now the Blue Devils didn't pick up any top 25 wins, they still kept it close against teams like SMU and Miami for like 3 quarters. Manny Diaz impressed a lot of people in year 1, where they were predicted to grab about 6 or 7 wins. They had a 9-4 season. I believe the Blue Devils will jump up to an 83 overall, much like where Illinois came in like last year. At number 8, we have BYU. Just like Duke, the Cougars came into College Football 25 with a 79 overall. Predicted to win around 6 games, the Cougs weren't expected to do much in the Big 12, especially make it close to the first ever 12-team playoff. Picking up quality wins against Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and Colorado in the Alamo Bowl. The losses against Kansas and the eventual college football playoff team Arizona State really hurt the team's momentum late in the season, but that shouldn't be too much of a harm to their College Football 26 overall. So I predict the Cougars to jump from a 79 to an 85, which is a huge jump, but I think BYU could run the Big 12 gambit next season. Coming in at number 7, we have Iowa State. Predicted to grab 7 or 8 wins, the Cyclones were expected to at least be as good as their 2023 squad, but not many people expected the 11-3 season they would go on to have. Making it all the way to the Big 12 championship game, Iowa State also came into College Football 25 at a 79 overall. Iowa State picked up many big wins, such as their rival Iowa and Kansas State, then beating Miami in the Pop-Tart Bowl. That's on Cam Ward for sitting out that one. I predict the Cyclones will jump up to an 84 overall, which I think is a respectable overall. Coming in at number 6, we have the Florida Gators. Now, I know this is a biased entry because I'm a Gator fan, but truly think about it for a second. The Gators had one of the hardest schedules not only last season, but in college football history. The Gators were expected to get around 3 or 4 wins and got 8, with upsets against Ole Miss, LSU, and a big bowl win against Tulane. The Gators had an 84 overall in the base roster of College Football 25, which is arguably a little high, but I predict the Gators will shoot up to an 87 overall. Might be a little bit too high still, but it's still a star-studded program in the SEC. Not a huge jump, but given the shock of the Gators having a decent 2024, the Gators should get a definite boost in their overall in College Football 26. So that officially wraps up our bottom 5 teams, and 86% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you're enjoying this content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get into our top 5 with North Carolina. You might be surprised as to why I included North Carolina in this list, but EA loves to give overall boosts to teams with popular coaches. Colorado. Tar Heels came into College Football 26 with an 85 overall. In 2024, Mac Brown led UNC to a disappointing 6-7 season and fired him because he was old and washed. So they hired an even older and more washed head coach in Bill Belichick. The Tar Heels are expected to go about 7-5, so I really think that they should go down some overall points, but due to Bill's presence, I think EA is going to give North Carolina a much higher overall than they deserve. He is also not in the game, for those of you who have been wondering, and neither is Deion Sanders. I predict North Carolina to have an 87 overall, which is going to be too high. Coming in at number 4, we have South Carolina. The Gamecocks shocked a lot of people in 2024, going 9-4 when they were expected to win around 5 games, picking up huge wins against Texas 8-4, Missouri, and rival Clemson. The Gamecocks came into College Football 25 with an overall of 84, being led by the new star quarterback Lenora Sellers. This team could be a huge, legit playoff contender this upcoming season, so I predict the Gamecocks will jump to an 87 overall. But that doesn't mean that they'll be any good in 2025, given how inconsistent Beamer ball has been as of recently. Coming in at number 3, we have Arizona State. This team was in the absolute gutter just a few seasons ago, and Coach Kenny Dillingham has turned it around in the perfect right direction. Predicted to only grab a few wins last season, they went on to go 11-3 and had a berth in the first ever 12-team playoff, as well as winning the Big 12 championship. The team was mostly known for the absolute powerhouse Cam Scadaboo at running back, and he had a fantastic year, but he's in the NFL now. The Sun Devils came into College Football 25 with a 79 overall, but I predict Arizona State to jump up all the way to an 88 overall. Good grief, Trasher! That's way too damn high. But look at the cover. Who do you see? Exactly, people from Arizona State. So I predict some favoritism going towards the Sun Devils in College Football 26. Coming in at number 2, we have SMU. SMU shocked everyone in their first year in the ACC. The Mustangs were expected to grab about 8 wins in 2024. And in a sink-or-swim year, the Mustangs went 11-3, ACC championship, and the 12-team playoffs. One of the true Cinderella stories of the 2024 season. The Mustangs came into College Football 25 with an overall of 84. The Mustangs are primed to make a run for the College Football Playoff again, and I predict that they will grab an 87 overall in College Football 26. Coming in at number 1, we have the Indiana Hoosiers. Is Curt Cignetti the new Nick Saban of this generation? I'm kidding, but honestly, think about it. Curt Cignetti is the rebuild king of college football right now, turning an Indiana Hoosiers team that went 3-9 and then turning the team around in year 1, going 11-2 with big wins against teams like UCLA, Washington, and defending national champions the Michigan Wolverines. Yes, they might be a bit overrated given their easy schedule that they had last season, but going 3-9 to 11-2 is a huge improvement no matter what. And Indiana came into College Football 25 with a 79 overall, and I predict the Hoosiers will jump to an 86 overall, which I think is respectable given the roster and schedule that they have for this upcoming season. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on the notification bell to stay updated with Trasher Football. Anyways, I hope you guys all have an amazing day, and I will see you guys later.